Hello, hello, little bees. I'm sorry I haven't been able to come as often as I'd like to. Today should be interesting because I have two furry grandchildren that loves to go everywhere, and when you do a reading, obviously cats love to be around. So we shall see how that's gonna go. Before we start anything, I would like to wish a happy birthday to the little bees born between August the 18th and the 22nd. Your guardian angel, the name of your guardian angel is Omaël, and he is the one who manages the Venusian energies of Hezidiel Jupiter to grant fecundity. So it's interesting that we're talking about that because I have one of my little bee friend who is at a baby shower today, right at this moment. So it's funny that we talk about fecundity today. So the Omaël grants fecundity, fullness, life from above to our world. Guardian angel bearer of high happiness, moral, material wealth, and moral and spiritual virtues. Okay, cats, don't play with my bee lights and my stuff. Great. I'm sorry. So he is bearer of a high happiness, material wealth, and moral and spiritual virtues. Angel, also healer, able to restore the proper functioning of any living being. His protégés will always be healthy, happy, fulfilled. Women with this angel as guardian will be fruitful, will give life not only in the human domain, but also in the vegetable and animal domain. Fertility of the barren land with the arrival of the necessary rains, which is what we are going to be going through this weekend over here. Fertility of the animals they care of. The men who will have Omaël as a guardian will also participate in the fertility at this angel. This must watch for the candle, but with lesser intensity, of course. For example, they can be, they have like medicine men that help women giving birth, basically a gynecologist, OBGYN, stuff like that. Okay, so happy birthday to you all, and if any of you wants to have the prayer to communicate with Omaël, let me know. There is a little prayer to ask him special help. Just also know that because we are between the 18th and the 22nd, anyone can actually ask Omaël for help. Let's say you are trying to conceive, then, before having fun this weekend with your other, you could ask for Omaël's guidance, help. I don't want to say participation because that sounds weird. But that's something to keep in mind. Today, I wanted to do a reading on Mercury in retrograde because we're going to start next week. I believe it starts on the 24th until September the 14th. I have been feeling, noticing, witnessing, hearing about people already feeling the energies. For me, it's been a couple of weeks already, really. Always having technical difficulties, like, delays on the road, weird stuff going on. So I've noticed that. But when I was thinking about it and the spread about Mercury in retrograde, I feel like you guys can really just go back to what I've done. I think there is a video about how to rise above or survive Mercury in retrograde season, and I feel like the message won't be much more detailed than what was done before. So instead, I'm just going to do a little spread on the week ahead. This way we are prepared for the end of the weekend and the week to come. And if I have the energy or if I find it necessary, I found a self-awareness spread that talks about how others sees us, how we see ourselves, what we should let go, what we need to work on, things like that. It is a 6 cards spread with all my extra stuff that could, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, depending on how the weather will allow, because if it's like loud and crazy, the energies may be a little too strong for that. So I'm just going to do the week ahead for now and see where we'll go from there. So let's see who is with us today. S'il vous plaît, nos guides, nos anges, to talk to us and help us with the energies of the coming week. And obviously, you know, with starting this weekend, maybe we'll find out about stuff for the weekend. Well, that was already a bunch of cards that flew out. I just realized, yeah, I probably shouldn't do anything during the storm. It's not recommended to do. I'm not going to take this one because it feels more like a mess. S'il vous plaît, les anges, les guides, oh, there we go. White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage, a family wound or pattern can be healed now. So because we are a small hub at the moment, and this card already came out, one of you does need to be reminded, and if you are a new person, by the way, of course, welcome. These messages are timeless. This is meant for to be heard by whoever needs to hear it. So obviously, if you are listening to this video, there will be something that you need to hear. So even more so if there is a wound or pattern that's been going on in your family, you know, whether it's narcissism with one of the parents, or abuse with one of the parents, or, you know, something that happened to you, things like that. This is something that obviously the universe has been working its way with you, within you, around you, so you can heal from that. So that's kind of strong already. And you do have the help of your ancestors. It also feels like there could be some kind of special gift that's been given from your ancestors. Like the women in our families, a lot of us, either it was healing through the tarot, or healing, you know, with my aunt does something with her hands. I grew up with the tarot. My grandmother was also a devout Catholic and helping people around. My grandfather was working in a hospital. So there's a lot of healing and guiding and stuff like that in the family. So not that I call myself a healer in any ways, but doing tarot and trying to give guidance, words from the guides to people who are willing to listen is a form of help. So that's what I mean by the gift, you know, that we are from our ancestors, the stuff that we learn also as a family, even if it's just like what we called grandmother's recipes or old white recipes. I do believe in those work. This is where we come from, and we made it so far with the special, you know, little remedies that our parents were making, you know, with the honey and the lemon and the ginger and the love that they were giving us. And, you know, if it worked, it worked for us, it worked for them, it worked for their grandparents, and somehow we made it. Oh, miracle. It seems that, you know, they could be something that works, you know, in what they were giving us. No, I'm not putting down today's medicine, of course, but I'm always weary with the medicine because I had I hurt my finger against the wall, like really badly, a few months back. And it was just not healing. After a couple of months, I went to see a doctor. And I went to urgent care. I went to see 3 doctors, actually, about it. Because I just could not hold anything. I could not, you know, carry grocery bags. I couldn't do my dishes. The pain was really bad. It was going all the way to, you know, behind my shoulders. And so, you know, I was given something to hold the fingers that helped, but then they sent me to a hand specialist who told me he didn't see anything. So, you know, in their mind, like, they don't see anything, so, you know, so nothing is wrong with you. So let's just give you something to appease you and you know, keep you quiet. I was given some cream and something stronger than Tylenol. And when I read the medicine, it was literally, you know, all the side effects it could give you. And one was just pretty much like a stroke, or basically you won't feel pain, but you'll die. Well, I guess if you're dead, you won't feel pain. So needless to say, I didn't take the medicine, and I just stick to good old remedies and, you know, trying to make you feel better. But a lot of today's medicine tends to scare me. Okay, s'il vous plaît, we're going to get a message from the wisdom of the oracle and keep my wisdom quiet. Wow. Let's just make... There we go. We got a lot. Buy the book coming out again. By the way, we were talking about the ancestors. I won't take it because 3 cards came together. But it's interesting how the cards keep coming back, even though I don't do regular readings anymore. I mean, I try to do at least 1 a week. S'il vous plaît, nos petits anges, nos guides d'amour. Give us one message from the... Oh, thank you. I got it. Thinker. We have number 44 with this one, which may, you know, talk about some, you know, that may mean something to you about, it could be part of your street address, it could be your age, it could be like, you know, a special number for you. You could be thinking of the 8 as well with something of infinity. That makes me think, that makes me want to talk about a, obviously, as much as I don't like the term the twin flames, because we have, you know, the mirror number, but with the infinity, with the number 8 and the thinker, this really makes me feel of a recurring pattern. And it's interesting because we had the pattern that can be healed now. So maybe there is a repeating pattern within your family, but maybe this is also a repeating pattern, you know, between you and your children, or something that you do. But I really see like something that keeps on happening over and over and over and over, and the same mistakes repeating over and over. And with this white eagle, I'm here, it's like I'm picturing this old wise man telling you, will you stop doing the same thing over and over? Because every time we just keep on taking the same door, making the same decision, keeping the same people around us, not doing the cleaning, we just keep on repeating the same mistakes, we'll hit our head and hurt ourselves the same way. I'm thinking of, because the way that she's sitting and thinking, it could be like, you know, she's really on it, but she looks sad. I'm saying she because I'm seeing a fairy, like almost like a ballet dancer type person here. Something who's really, there is all this hope, all this light, with these gorgeous stars here. There is it's like the universe and your guides are like trying to give you all the light that you need, all the sign that you need to have, and you keep on like being like so closed on yourself, keep on thinking instead of seeing the signs that the universe or your guides are trying to give you, but you keep on redoing the same thing and keep on following the same pattern and keep on repeating the same mistakes. And one thing, as long as you don't get out of this pattern, the universe will make you see the same thing over and over and over and over again until you see that you have to change. Okay, so obviously, like, this really makes me feel like you have a lot of energy around you, whether it's your family or your guides or your ancestors or your friends even, or even your children, because we had the family pattern here. It feels like there is a lot of energy around you telling you, stop doing what you're doing. Okay, this is not what's good for you. Look at the stars that are around you. I mean, you're literally surrounded by 5 stars, which also makes me think of the Pentacles, you know. if I am correct. So you this is the four energies and the mind. But if you combine all the four energies, all the, all the elements, air, fire, earth, and water. So if you focus all these energies and focus on the growth of your mind, and as I'm talking to you, I noticed a star here, up here on the thing, and you have all these stars over here. Really, it's time for you to listen. And the funny thing is that it feels like you are repeating the same mistake over and over and over. You need to get out of that pattern. Maybe this week is, with Mercury in retrograde, it's funny because when Mercury is in retrograde, we tend to see old friends, old boyfriends, coming back around. We tend to see old habits coming back, like the past, taking, it's like it's something that's going back. Maybe this is also, to me, this is a warning not to fall back in that same pattern. Avoid. Interestingly enough, I didn't feel like it was necessary to do again a Mercury in retrograde spread, but the cards are, the guides through the cards to me are telling us to watch for not repeating the same patterns. It's going to start next week because the 24th is Thursday. So actually it's funny that the guides are telling us already to watch for the repeating patterns. Do not fall in that rabbit hole again. Okay, so we are also reaching the end of summer, even though it will be September 21st, but September 21st will be the celebration of Mabon, September 21st to 24th, I believe, which is like the the equinox or something. I will do some more research because I'm going to do readings on that, but this is the last time I'm going to use the Mermaid Tarot for the season, because I'll be excited to start using fall decks and Halloween decks and the Mabon and then Samayan oracles from what are the names, the Season of the Witch oracles. So let's enjoy Little Mermaid, the Mermaid Tarot a last time. S'il vous plaît, nos anges, nos guides. I'm talking a lot today. Apologies. It's like I keep diverging, going to other subjects. S'il vous plaît, les anges, nos guides d'amour. We're going to do a reading on the week ahead for our little bees. S'il vous plaît. Okay, here we go. The babies, the furry kids are leaving us alone. That's good. I'm impressed. I was concerned, but they're not around. Okay, what is going to be the essence of the week, s'il vous plaît? We have strength. There is this definite interesting take in this deck. I really like it. How every card takes us somewhere else. Strength, we have the number 8. I was just talking about the number 8 with 44. And to avoid patterns, here, the strength card in the tarot is, in the classic tarot, is going to be this divine feminine fighting with the lion. She's fighting and being stronger than the lion. In the more current decks, the divine feminine on the card has taken over, has become strength, and she is walking along with the lion or the huge animal the creator of the deck has chosen. Sometimes there'll be a huge wolf, or I've seen huge dogs. Obviously in the Halloween one, I believe it's a big, it is a tiger as well. Or a lion, that they are, that they apprivoisé, dompté, that they are using in the circus. In any case, in this deck, we're using this huge whale. But instead of fighting it or trying to become strength or take over, we're actually helping. In this case, the tiny little mermaid is helping the whale that got cut in the fillet, in the fishnet. So there is two cases here. Either you are the mermaid or you are the strength. As the way you may feel like you lost your strength to go ahead. You may feel like you're tired. You may feel like you were stuck, which also takes me to the reading of last week, where there was those notions of feeling like we were really dying and the universe was telling you, no, you know, you are getting the help, you're coming back to life, just don't despair, don't give up, because death is not for you yet. And I have this energy again. I really feel like it's okay, you know, look at how she's soothing the whale and helping her. So the strength is there, you'll have it, you'll be okay. Next week's is about, it feels like recovering this strength. Or for some of you, it may be about helping with gentleness whoever in your environment, in your entourage, around you, whoever you love or may not even know. Someone may need your gentleness to help them out of this net. But regardless of that, strength's in there, strength is coming back, whether it's about you giving it back to someone or you finding it back. All with absolute kindness and gentleness. I like that. It's like maybe your strength is also all of a sudden gonna gently sweep back to you and like, oh, that's where you were. Okay, so whether it's going to be from the universe, I feel just real like a big hug around me as I'm looking at this card. It's very nice and big and then sudden relief and feeling like, oh, finally that's where you've been. Okay, in spite of Mercury, you know, with this Mercury in retrograde, with these old things coming back, maybe that's what softly will be coming back to you. And as I'm talking to you, I'm looking at my calendar for August, and it shows some kind of a prosperity potion. You know what? I may, if I think about it, I may just take a picture of it. You have this being putting their hand over the tea, like getting strength out of it and feeling better, getting some kind of healing. And also the month of August is the month of the Leo, which is in most of decks the which the animals represent strength on this card. So I love this, how this feels like this is really the month, in spite of all the energies we expect to be difficult, where little by little your strengths will come back to you, like, but softly and beautifully. I'm picturing like this flower, and I'm looking at flowers too. I really have to post that in the community. So that's the essence of the week. Lovely. What perspective would serve us better the most this week? S'il vous plaît, les anges. What perspective would serve us better? The Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles usually is when we are taking on two projects, we're juggling a lot, we are very busy. So I would say keep busy, but also notice how the rabbit is, to me, he seems to be having fun. He's juggling, he's holding, he's getting the help of the fish here out of the water. He's doing a presentation to it looks to me like entertainment anyways, to the two little mermaids over here. So Again, because this is talking to several people, I have two notions coming to me. Like in this one, it was either with the strengths, either you are going to kindly helping someone or you are going to be the one that's being helped. In this case, you could be the one watching the entertainment or the one giving the entertainment. Regardless of that, there is again there is like a children feeling, naive notion in this card, a beautiful notion of when I think about it, like children playing together. Okay, so that young spirit at heart that I'm feeling here. The rabbit looks like he's wiser. Be careful of manipulation. For some reason, this I'm getting this in there, like with the old one that's entertaining. I'm thinking, you know, of Pinocchio that's being manipulated by, you know, that circus man that's taking him away, and like so. That just came afterward. My first thing was the what would serve you the most this week is almost to be naive. So maybe you need to treat a situation with the simplicity of a child, but watch for not being manipulated. It is beautiful. It is shiny. If you are the one doing the entertainment, just again, like someone just maybe needing you to keep them busy. Okay, so you need to keep them entertained, so maybe they don't think about what has been making them sad. But everything in the simplicity of a child. Just having fun, looking at the world. Look at how he's using, you know, you have the fish jumping out of the water. We have water, we have earth, we have fire with the color of these pentacles. So it looks like you can be doing two things at once. You will have the energy to do that, but just keep things simple and still watch for manipulation. There is somebody playing with two things over here, and because of Mercury in retrograde and the people coming back, you know what? Whoever may be trying to come back in your life, that's how you should be looking at it, as entertainment. That's the way I'm feeling. Like, again, you do you. I cannot tell you how to live your life, but the advice that I'm getting out of this card, the perspective that would serve you the most for this week, is to look at things with the eyes of a child. Do not take things seriously. Keep things light. That's really what I'm feeling here. Nothing that's going to come to you should be seen as something serious. That's how you should look at things. Keep the perspective not to take anything seriously, because someone is juggling between two things. Showing you what they can do. Look at how you have the two women, you have the two coins. Yeah. Somebody, and it's funny, that makes me think of a thing like they were saying the rabbit, not the rabbit, the thing that the wild rabbit. I can't remember the name right now. They have, the rabbits have many, you know, they make a lot of babies, they have many many lady friends. They are, you know, busy all the time. That's kind of what I'm feeling here too. You know, someone who's got many conquests, So, like I said, like keep that light, just look at it, be entertained, be laughing, but keep your distance, okay? This is cute, this is funny, you know, that's the perspective that I'm getting out of that card. That's a lot out of this card. Something to embrace or to make time for, s'il vous plaît. Something to embrace or to make time for. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups here is making me feel like you should make time for yourself. Look at how he's looking in the water. He's almost making me feel like of a narcissist. The Knight of Cups is all into emotion. We are still in the young energies to me. I mean, it's not a page. It's somebody who is more active. But in this card, I don't see much action here. I see someone who is reflecting on his own emotion, but focusing on himself. Also, that makes me think of the pensive. You know, some of you, a lot of you are my friends over here. And if you've seen previous videos, I have picked out, maybe I will, Harry Potter cards in the previous videos. So in the Harry Potter series, towards the 6th or 7th, 8th movies, Dumbledore uses the pensives to go back through his memories, and he and what's his name, Snape, Professor Snape, give memories and or tears to look at the memories of themselves, of people and whatnot. So the pensive just allows you to go and look in the past and think. And so we had the thinker here, and we have this guy thinking, and we're talking about, not are we doing the same mistake? That's what that makes me feel like. Make time to think of the mistakes you've done in the past, to not repeat them. Maybe focus a little bit on the pattern, but like there is that notion of focusing on yourself. And really think and with looking in that big cup of water here, it's like by looking at the past mistake you've made and how to fix them, you will also be able to see your future. That goes back with that notion of juggling two things over here. There is a lot of interesting messages with this reading here. I mean, I'm getting so much. But like on the linear thing, you know, there's a lot of fluidity and softness and lightness, and that's what feels like it's advised here. But a lot of self-growth and self-focus, okay? Just don't take anything from the outside too seriously. There is a lot of self-growth. Interesting that I wanted to do the self-awareness reading. So something to minimize and relax about. S'il vous plaît, nos anges, nos guides d'amour. Something to minimize and relax about. The Chariot. Something to minimize and relax about. Let me put those here and this one here. I hope you can. Okay. The Chariot. And again, you know, as I always do, is comparing to what I know of the card to bring up the normal ideas, and then comparing with this card and see, and comparing with the position. The Chariot has several notions. The notion of success, the notion of going somewhere fast, the notion of decision, the notion of just really going for it. But the classic tarot will show you the rider on the Chariot arriving quite fast towards this victory. Okay, this is a number 7. To me, the number 7, I don't know why, I don't know if it's true. With the number 7, I always think of perfection. I believe this is in the Bible, that, you know, the seventh day, you know, that's when we rested because everything was perfect, stuff like that. So it's probably the number of perfection. We were talking about infinity. We were talking about, you know, the pattern repeating itself. And then something to minimize is perfection. Interesting. We have MR, which Mercury in retrograde, which tells us to really be ready and prepared before you go on a trip. To really be ready and prepared before you hit the send button. You know, when you send an email, to really be ready and prepared for, you know, technical difficulties and stuff like that. And the thing to minimize and relax around is to be ready. This chariot is not on the go. Either they are getting the horse ready to go somewhere, or they are trying to calm him down. So I find it quite interesting that this is the call we're getting now, because should you guys want to hurry up and do something, should you guys want to go on a trip this coming week, should just be prepared. Take your time, relax, think. We have the thinker. Really make sure to cover all angles. Do not hurry for anything this coming week. Everything needs to be, it is advised anyways that you prepare yourself for anything. This is not the time to run. I really love how I wanted to do the Mercury in retrograde spread, and I keep having with every card, it's like, oh, this is really, again, reminding me that this is really going with energies of this coming, I don't know, call it MR season or something. So time to really watch for things before you go. Do not rush. Just reflect. This is really, to me, insisted upon, okay? As much as this thinker was like, you know, thinking too much about yourself, like, but reflect. You know, you have like the thinking about your past, so you don't repeat, you know, this, but see your future at the same time. This is fascinating. And you know, the Knight of Cups is all about the emotions too. So, any decisions you are planning to make, just don't make the decision now. Look at the opportunities you may have too, okay? Especially that it's like you're just being reborn, how you're being gently, you know, taken out of this net here. So do not rush. Anybody who, let's say you have an ex-boyfriend that wants to come back, just tell him, hey, let me think about it. Let me review this. Maybe I don't want to make the same mistake I've done before. Just slow down. Now is not the time to make big decisions. See how they are like taming the horse, getting him ready. It's an interesting picture too. Now it's not the sea horse. It's beautiful. I like this card. And it's not running, it's really taming the beast. So relax about that. We're gonna get a message from your guides out of this. This is a message, so I don't know if it's an advice. We'll pick another card for an advice, but an extra message for this week from our guides, s'il vous plaît, is the King of Cups. Well, would you look at that? We were talking about MR and ex-boyfriends coming back. The King of Cups is definitely supposed to be mature with his emotion, knowing what he feels. There is no doubt within him about what he likes, what he doesn't like, who he loves, who he doesn't love. He's grabbing his look at how this young one is looking, like with his barely touching the cup. hesitating. It's like he's not putting the hand in the water. He's like, oh, I'm curious, what's in there? Where this man right here, he makes me think, if any of you ever watched Game of Thrones, he makes me think of Baratheon, the king in the first season, who is not afraid of anything, who is, you know, drinking and enjoying life to the fullest, but still, you know, trying to make decisions, healthy decisions when we think about it, you know, for his kingdom and whatever he's been fighting for. He makes me think of it. He's got that same strength, but also worry about himself, which is unusual for a King of Cups, but he's grabbing his cup fully. He's not doubting his emotions. So with you not rushing, maybe this is what you are bringing in your life. Either it is you finding out your emotions and being, you know, whether you're feminine or masculine, but having like that definite, no doubt, man, decisions. And but that's also talking to me about watching for, because there is something decided when I look closer to the picture. But when I first looked at it, I was like, oh, he looks like a drunk, you know, when I was talking about the King Baratheon, like he was always drinking, and that was my first picture here. Like, watch what, you know, take your time, because there is this person here who's like, you know, not barely able, you know, not really able to walk, and then watch for that. But there is a certain sadness. It could be that you have someone with you not rushing, that you have this someone bringing you the cup of peace, you know. But regardless of all of that, it's up to you to make the decision, but do not rush for any decision. Do not rush. You will know, you will be fully aware of what it is that you feel, of what it is that you want. What can we find out about? I would like to find out, s'il vous plaît, les anges, s'il vous plaît. Oh, I didn't look at the bottom of the deck what we had. I would like to find out if this person is you, or if this character is someone coming back. So is this someone coming back, s'il vous plaît? What can we find out about this person? What this message? Can we have more detail? Exactly, s'il vous plaît, nos anges, nos guides. Can we have more details about this message here, s'il vous plaît? The Sun. So whatever this is, it's beautiful. This is the light. You have clarity. You have number 19. That's number 1. That's new beginning. So maybe taking the time to make a decision is bringing you new beginning, and a wonderful new beginning. Like, there is abundance, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Like, all these fish looks like money falling down. With the turtle here, I'm thinking of Finding Nemo, like, man, you know, like this is that notion again of like slowing down, taking the time to think, but enjoy what life is bringing you to, opening your arms to receive the abundance and all the good stuff the universe wants to bring you. Okay, this is nice. And we have the Emperor. So, if there is it, and at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Wands. Whoa! So whatever is coming to you, is, you know, that help, that maybe that person that's nudging you out of the net here, is great. Like, either you are going to be the emperor of your kingdom, or you have that very strong masculine energy. Interestingly enough, you have some beautiful help coming your way for those who for those who are the one who need help. For the others, that King of Cup here is Whether it's someone or you finding your emotions, you have something very, very strong, very stable, very exciting coming this week. So luckily this message is for the coming week, so we'll know, you'll know quickly enough what this is about. But this is really nice, actually. You got like some very extremely positive cards towards the end there. If you just take the time to think and take things lightly, remember, you know, like they say, go to Jesus with the heart of a child. That's how this week feels like. But don't be necessarily naive. And learn from your past. Not to repeat the same thing, and you'll go toward these beautiful cards over here. This is nice. I'm gonna get as an extra message a Divine Circus card, because I have mentioned before, s'il vous plaît, nos anges nous guident, what extra message can you get for these? This could be a longer message because I will probably read the booklet. So if you want to stop here, you know, on the week, then this is it. This is extra stuff for some of us, s'il vous plaît. How many did we get? Just one card? Oh, we got two. I can't take that. I just want one card, s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît, nos guides d'amour. Un petit message. Oh, this Rooster Mama. I love this card. This is the first card I noticed when I looked at this deck. This is the one who knows what she wants, who doesn't let anybody tell her what to do. She's got her own, she's her own person. She creates her own passion, her own ideas. She follows her own heart. S'il vous plaît. Nos guides d'amour, une petite carte, un petit message pour nos petites abeilles. Here, what do we have? The Juggler. Okay. The Juggler is, I love you, our guides, because we had this guy that was juggling between two things, and the message we get from the Divine Circus is the Juggler. So he's not, you know, playing with his options here, but this guy has 3 options in his hands. We have the number 30. To me, that talks also about divine protection, because with number 3 I have the Saint, the Holy Trinity. We have all the elements too. I was talking about this guy with the fire, the water, all that, and there is all the, we can see all the elements of the tarot also. All the cards with the spade, the heart, the diamond, everything is in there. It's fascinating. I am speechless facing the card that came out. How this is, to me, adding to the message, the warning that we had, you know, to notice the people juggling with your emotion, with things around you, but also that is going to tell us something about you. So let's see, because these cards have been so impressive to me so far. Let's see what the Juggler has to tell us. Let me fix my glasses. Many projects in the air, aspirations and inspirations everywhere, action to take, commitments to make, and yet another will soon join the fray. Say yes, do not delay. It will all work out in the perfect way. So that's kind of changing the thing. I was telling you to slow down, but still think on things, I think. You are capable of many things, and you are too important an asset to the plan of love on this planet to be left idle. So life, the universe, and your own creative urges will ask a lot of you. There will be many inspirations, ideas, and dreams that you will learn to bring to life in the world. You might wonder if it's all a bit too much for any one person to handle. You might feel you are juggling so much already that if even one more demand or ideas come through, you'll drop the balls already in the air, and the whole damn thing will come undone. The juggler is a master multitasker. He brings the skills, wisdom, and tricks you need to not only successfully bring to life all your current dreams and ideals, but to be open to even more flowing through you. How can you do this without getting overwhelmed? How can you do this without becoming drained or exhausted? How can you do this without getting stuck in fantasy and failing to really launch, ground, and build each idea in the physical world, going through the rigors of taking a dream and turning it into a reality? He has the inside track. He knows 3 tricks on how to make this work. First, if you are overwhelmed, you are letting yourself get ahead of yourself, allowing your mind to move too far into the future. Bring it back to now, to just what can be done now. Let tomorrow take care of itself. So we are going back to this, to you thinking about what you've done, focusing on now and see into your future. So like, by doing that, you are allowing tomorrow to happen. And with this one telling you to slow down, we are really asking you to focus on the now. Secondly, prioritize. What do you need to do most today and what can be left until later? And thirdly, remember that the Divine Circus is a troupe, a group, filled with solo performers, but it is with their effort combined that magic is created. That goes back to the help and, how you're finding your strengths back or helping somebody find their strengths back. And with the juggling and the 2 people here, we also had the energy of a team. And we had the 44 with the thinker, reminding us again of the... that your soulmate may not necessarily be also your lover, but the one that will help you, be yourself. So ask for help and remember that your individual success is actually part of the greater group success. The universe wants you to succeed, and that is something that you have to think about every day that you wake up. The universe is not here to pull you, to put you down. Everything that happens in your life is for some type of growth. The universe, God, your guides, your family, the people who love you only want the best for you, okay? So remember that. The universe wants you to succeed. It will keep an eye on the pots on the boil whilst you stir the one that is bubbling over now. The juggler lets you know that you are going to manage all that is going on in your life if you remember to stay present and relax. Deal with what is immediately happening and not worry about any other distractions. The more you do this, the more your juggling skills will improve. You'll not only handle all that is currently going on, but when another opportunity heads your way, you'll add it to the mix with grace rather than ending up with egg all over your face. So what I like about this too is it says when another opportunity head your way. We're not talking about issue. We're not talking about problem. We're talking about opportunity. You can juggle opportunities. Life is not just made of issues. Life is made of opportunity. Every time something happens, what can I learn from this? What can I do with that? How can I improve this or that? Okay. Then if some of you want to have the healing trick, let me know. The affirmation of this card is, says the following affirmation aloud to boost the power of this message and to integrate it into your body, mind, and soul. You can say it morning and or evening for a few days or even a few months, or just at the end of your healing trick. I am relaxed and present. I juggle my priorities with impressive grace. And the artwork is made by apparently a French lady. Her name is Maxine Gad, and it says jongleur. Jongleur is a juggler. So thank you, Crystal, again for this deck. It is beautiful, amazing, and it's been incredibly on point with all the reading we've done so far. I'm truly impressed. I was talking about Harry Potter earlier, and I haven't done it in the mood readings. And I cannot believe I've been with you for almost an hour. Apologies for those who wanted to have a quick reading, but since I cannot do it very often when I'm here, I never want to leave. S'il vous plaît, les anges, nos guides d'amour, un petit message, a little message from our Harry Potter magical meditation cards. Those are fun. I bought them not necessarily to use as tarot, but they've had quite the amazing messages. I love cards, so obviously I had to buy it. I love Harry Potter, so obviously I had to buy it. Personal growth, isn't that the subject also of the reading of today? Look at how we have the, I forget the name, like that timing thing, like that allows Hermione to go back in the past and fix issues. So we cannot go back in the past, but we were talking about learning from the past to fix your issues of today. The time turner, that just came back to me. When Neville Longbottom first arrives at Hogwarts, he is a shy, forgetful boy who struggles with his magic. By the end of the final film, he is a hero who courageously fights in the Battle of Hogwarts and kills Nagini, one of Voldemort's last Horcruxes, with the Sword of Gryffindor. So for those of you who don't know the series Harry Potter, Nagini, the villain of the story, had 7 ways had created 7 magical concepts not to die. And in order for the heroes of the story to get rid of the evil, in the world, they have to kill or destroy each of those 7 things that was created. That's the Horcrux. Nagini. Interesting that I'm losing my voice as I'm talking about this. Apologies. Some of you may just need to be not afraid to talk. Talk. Communicate. Not scream. Talk. Say what you want to say. That makes me think of that song. Was it Brave? Be brave. So he was very shy. He grew. He learned with the struggle and all he went through a lot of pain, Neville, because his parents were killed by somebody who, from the villain group. What's her name? Bellatrix. They were, actually they're not killed, they were tortured, and they just kind of lost their mind from the torture. I'm going back to the shy, he was forgetful. But by the end, he is he saved the day. He helped saving the day by destroying one of the Horcruxes, and he used a formidable item from the house that he belonged in. So this is quite the message here, reinforcing what we've said so far. Learning from the past, growing, and becoming the hero. So think about how Neville's story will inspire yours in your own journey, okay? Learn from your past, grow, fight your fears. He also, when he hit the wall, when he thought it was the end of the world, when he thought he was going to die, he also admitted his love to the woman he loved. So maybe this is one of the things that you gently have to talk about, not to have that fear. You had that Knight of Cup here with holding his emotion, being proud and not afraid of what he knows what he feels and he's not afraid of it. It's possible that some of you may need to just talk about your feeling, telling someone how you feel, whether if you feel hurt or that you love them, is just a way of lightening the weight of your shoulders. Once, you hold on, you're like, oh, you're afraid of telling the person how you feel about them, whatever. You just tell them without expecting anything. Okay, the goal is to make yourself feel better, not expect anything from them. If you have expectation, you'll be hurt. But you won't have to carry that on you anymore, and that is what's the term? It makes you feel lighter. You know, you don't have to carry the weight of that on you anymore. It's heavy. Not telling someone if they tire you, not telling someone that you love them, not telling someone, you know, that they've hurt you. You just carrying stuff. You're not trying to fix anything. You're trying to make yourself feel lighter and move on with your life. That is a good thing too. Okay, so that was a cute message from that, and I guess I could you know what? Since it's the end of summer, I'm going to also pick the last Sea and Salt energy little oracle message here, s'il vous plaît, les anges. What can you tell us with this one, since this is going to go away? Because we're starting Halloween season, yay! And you know what? I've been thinking, I don't know, I just thought about it. This just went, oh, there is 2 cards, I'll take them both. If anyone wants private reading, I don't know how much I would charge, what I would do, but if anybody is interested in a private reading, just reach out to me on withlouise at gmail.com. I will take the time to think about it. We can discuss what kind of reading you are looking into. It could be something simple. It could be something longer. Obviously, we'll have to manage with the time that I have, because I do have a job, a demanding job. But I can try and find the time, you know, to do a reading. So let me know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't decided on prices. Maybe I will do number of cards. Maybe, you know, will depending on the question you have. But I'm thinking of possibly doing private readings, not just to my friends. Okay, so the Salt and Sea energy oracle is giving us the sea anemone, talking about protection and codependency. So it's funny how the sea anemone, if that takes me to Finding Nemo as well, how they live in sea anemone, and how Marlin is really overprotecting his kid. So maybe it's time for you to, you know, let your children become adults. We were talking about a lot of children energy over here. Codependency with protection is kind of weird. Like, you know, we had that protection here coming, but also that growth with this emotion here. Possible that for some of you it will mean something, in the sense that you do have to talk about some of these emotions with the heart of a child. Again, like, don't try to fix anything, only your heart, okay? Only your emotions, if you feel the need to talk to someone about your feelings towards them. And the flamingo, talking to you about finding balance and practice moderation, which with the juggler here, that goes back to like really juggling things in peace and taking care of one thing at a time. So I just get like confirmation of what we've read so far, which is really all that. We could pick 50 cards, we'll just keep on getting the same message here. So I will stop here with, I had to, because this is the last time using those. So let's see what Maman Marie is telling us this week, s'il vous plaît. Maman Marie, oopsie. What message for little bees this week? Wow. Either I'm being... lots of messages want to come out, s'il vous plaît. Can we get just one, Maman Marie? Maman Marie d'amour, s'il te plaît. One message for little bees. Here we go. Oh, that's funny. This one looked... I noticed that one already as I was juggling. And look at how the Sacred Heart, it looks like there is a light on the heart here. Like there is these emotions coming out and being said. And she looks like she's singing too. Our Lady of Passion. Trust in the wisdom path of your heart and the timing of meaningful revelations. Revelation. Remember how we had the time turner? We were talking about time earlier. As you are ready to live your potential, the fullness of your soul's passionate purpose will be so alive in your heart that you cannot possibly miss what you are meant to be doing or how you are meant to be living. The heart has its own genius. Listen and trust to your heart. That takes me back to this, where we were really talking about focusing on what you've experienced, slowing down, really paying attention to the sign of the universe with the thinking card over here. As usual, I'm blown away by our lovely guides who really always make a beautiful circle with the message that they are giving us, and I'm truly touched. So, merci les guides. How about, we haven't done it in a long time, a healing angel card message, s'il vous plaît, and a gratitude message. Oopsie, they're just jumping out really quick, s'il vous plaît. Something clear. Okay, fine. I don't want to take two cards and two always jump out together. We have change. Life is a journey. It would be very unfulfilling if each step was exactly the same as the last. See how we're really telling you again not to repeat the same pattern. Because life is always changing. It is forever fresh and new. Allow your life to unfold gracefully. Be grateful for what was, is, and forever will be. Do it now. Interesting. Don't put it off any longer, which was the energy of the Chariot. Have courage. Listen to your intuition, for it is the guiding voice of your soul, which goes back to listening to your heart here. So with the do it now, you also have the listening first, okay? So listen, pay attention, focus, then make the decision, because the decision is at hand. And our gratitude, little message, s'il vous plaît. I'm getting tired, so it's funny how, okay, thank you. 1,000 words. Take photos of things you are grateful for. Review them for when you're feeling down. That goes back to like focusing on what you already know, focusing on your past to learn from it and not do the same thing. But remembering, also thinking of your memory as something to be grateful for, not necessarily something you miss, but something that you've learned, something that you've lived, something that allowed you to grow. Going back to the past is not to look at what you don't have anymore, but to look at what the universe has given you and to be grateful for what you've had and what you have and what you're about to have, which is here. Okay, this beautiful card here that's coming your way. Okay, well, on that, my little bees, I love you. I hope this message, these guides from our, personal guides, will help you in the coming week. I thought this was very lovely and very soft and long. That's why I took the time, because it felt just like that. That's how your week and your decision should go this week. Calmly, softly, but beautifully. I love you. Have a beautiful weekend and week. Be safe out there in the storm. Bye-bye.